My name's Craig. I am a veteran. I am also a graduate of Tom Harrison House. I come through the programme in February 2021 and I am currently working here as a therapist. So I joined the military in 2005. To be there and be part of it was all I ever wanted to do. You know, I absolutely loved being a soldier. I was quite gutted really because my career got cut short. I was in a live firing exercise in Scotland, in Otterburn, and my friend had threw a grenade and it had caught on his combat jacket and it literally landed in front of us. So straight away the explosion happened. I was airlifted off the side of this mountain to a hospital with my hearing completely gone. I spent 3 days in hospital with no hearing, but I continued on with my service. And then we was actually getting deployed to Iraq and we was having our final medical and I failed it. I went and seen a specialist and then she decided that it was a medical discharge and I was left, and I was literally out the army about 6 months after that, and I was just absolutely lost when I come out. I was lost. And then I also picked up with my friend group that had left behind really, and they really wasn't, on reflection now, the best people to meet really again. And yeah, I ended up going down a really rough path really through that. I was heavily involved in criminality and yeah, it was a really turbulent life for the last 10 years really. I was drinking most weekends, I was experimenting with cocaine, everything was on the cards for me really, and my mental health started to deteriorate, I started to get into trouble, and then I ended up in prison as well. So it was just, I was on this downward spiral and I couldn't see it at the time. You know, it caught up with me, shall we say. When I got to about 26 years old, I got my first admission into a psychiatric hospital and multiple suicide attempts. I'd give up on life. I had absolutely nothing left. I truly believe that I'm here from the grace of God. I truly believe that I survived what I'd survived because like it wasn't meant to be my time. There was a higher purpose for me, which coming to Tom Harrison House has certainly given me. I remember coming down for a meeting with Glyn, who works in the admissions. I said, I don't really think I'm an addict, I don't think I've got a problem. He said, well, you need to have an addiction to come in here. And that's how much denial I was in. And he just said one thing to me, he said, okay, so we now need to rate your mental health. And I remember saying to him, if you put a loaded gun on that table and walk out now and say you can't help me, I'll pull it. And then I remember just bursting into tears. And then I remember trying to hold these tears back, you know, yeah, because, yeah, sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional now, but yeah, that's how bad my mental health was at the time. I just didn't want to live. If you would have said like I can't help you, I would have pulled that trigger. And I remember him saying, just hold on, Craig, we're gonna get you in here. Hold on for me. And within 2 weeks I was in. Yeah, so I remember coming on my first day and, you know, nerves. You know, I speak with the clients now, everyone's got, you know, the first day nerves and you're being introduced to this community. And do you know what it was? I seen people, I never forget it, it was quite, you know, the weather was nice, it was in the back garden and they were laughing and they were joking and I was thinking, what are they laughing and they're joking about? You know, what is there to laugh and joke about? And it was like the camaraderie, it was like, and I thought, this was like me in the military. And straight away there was a connection. Who did you serve with? You know, you're in the right place. It was the encouragement from the peers straight away. And the staff, you know, it was, I'll never forget that first day. I thought, there's something here that can help me. You know, my journey through treatment was just, I can't explain it to you. You know, there's no amount of words that I can say in here now that would do this programme any justice. It's something you feel. You know, when you speak to the graduates that's come through, they say the same thing. This place saved my life, and I don't say that lightly. This place absolutely, it didn't just save my life, it shaped my life as well. You know, I ended up with a new purpose, and yeah. Because of what this done for me, this place, I just said, you know, I'd like to be a therapist one day. But it was a bit of a joke back then, you know, from the peers of, okay, get yourself well first before, you know, this is what you want to do. And I remember the other therapist saying, just get a year clean, Craig. Do some development on yourself, enjoy your recovery, do the steps, get a sponsor and look at it in a year. And that's exactly what I did. I used the tools that I was given in here and the guidance, and it worked. You know, I got a year clean and sober, and then I decided to start training as a therapist. And yeah, I've literally qualified this week. I've got the confirmation this week that I'm qualified. So yeah, I stuck around. I got involved with the volunteering, because that's a big part of Tom Harrison House, you see. It's not a case of you do your 12 weeks, you're gone. You join a community of veterans and civilians as well to help integrate yourself back. Yeah, so I want people to know that there's help out there, and we're part of the Forces Wellbeing Collective. You know, we work together in all organisations, and you know, like Tom Harrison House is we're one of a kind in regards to, we're the only 12-week residential treatment programme, but we work with all other agencies as well. You know, we're even doing road shows at the minute for awareness, to get out there to people, to get as much awareness, because before I come to Liverpool, not many people knew about Tom Harrison House. Just reach out, you're not alone. You know, I can imagine how daunting it would be to come out the army and then lose that brotherhood and feel on your own, and like there's no way out, and you know, suicide is the only option, or you know, drinking themselves to death. There's a way out. Do you know what I mean? There's a way out. There's organisations that can help you and support you. You know, especially in Tom Harrison House, other people that we work with, other agencies. You know, just reach out. And the message that I really want to give is that recovery is possible to anybody if you've just got that willingness to change and accept that you need to do something different. There's help out there.